This is a tweet that I wrote a few days ago. When I was asked to summarise my ratings for the whole season, I listed James Ward-Prowse as West Ham's flop of the season. In a separate tweet that was written during today's game, I wrote that James Ward-Prowse was virtually non-existent. I would like to start this video with a formal apology. I, James Snedden, the owner and founder of From the Anvil: West Ham United's YouTube channel and the man who runs its social media accounts, would like to formally apologise to James Ward-Prowse for writing those tweets and slandering his name. I did not mean to do it as a long-term agenda against you. I did it because I wasn't thinking straight. So I am very sorry. Now that's out the way, I'm hoping you can find it in your heart to forgive me, but you're probably not going to watch this video anyway because he's not on social media. So what's the bloody point of me doing this? Welcome back to the aftermath, folks. It has finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, West Ham United 2 at Molineux. A game where VAR became the real Jekyll and Hyde for both teams. For Wolves, it's caused outrage and a sense of anger because VAR ruled out their last-minute stoppage time equaliser. For West Ham, the boot can be on the other foot, and it could be said that VAR almost screwed West Ham in the first half because a penalty was given that was very tight and controversial, and also because the, I suppose, offside decisions were in the game could have gone either way. VAR, I'm pretty sure, had an offside decision in this as well. I can't exactly remember what. I got up really early in the morning to watch this. I didn't actually record it from my notes. However, I do have to talk about the game, and I've got everything written down. So let's get right into it. One change was made to this starting 11, and that was that Edson Alvarez was back in, with Michail Antonio being dropped down to the bench. Fabianski retained his starting place because Alphonse Areola is still out with an injury, and it's unknown as to when he is going to be back. The first half, from a West Ham fan's perspective, was diabolical. It was really not promising at all. Wolves had all bar 2 real passes worth of the ball in that opening 10 minutes. The only time that West Ham actually contacted the ball within that opening 10 was when Sofal headed a ball. But other than that, Wolves had all the time and space to own possession and keep that ball for long periods. There was a chance that Souček had to really take the lead in this. Bowen won the ball back in the Wolves box, and he passed it first time to Souček, who was at a tight angle but close to the goalkeeper. And Souček should have taken that first time on his foot instead of fumbling his feet like that and then losing the ball. If that was going to be an indication as to how the game was going to plan out, then it might have been quite a fair assessment. We couldn't pass or even get close to the ball. It's like we've forgotten how to do it. Paquetá forgot how to pass. Souček and Ward-Prowse forgot how to pass. I have apologised to him, so it's okay. Wolves got a penalty after Aït-Nouri got fouled by Emerson. This was a bit of a, shall we say, difficult one, because I'm pretty sure Emerson got the ball and at least made a good attempt to get the ball. I'm not sure how it was really given, but anyway, it was. How many penalties do we really give away, though? It's ridiculous. It really was. Sarabia scored it 1-0 going in off the post, which is one of his favourite positions to fire it off there anyway. And it was Wolves taking the lead in this game. Wolves' passing and accuracy was better, and this half was just one of the worst for West Ham. West Ham completed 152 passes. Wolves had over double that. No one looked lively or eager to make an impact. Sofal looked really bad, which wasn't good at all from that side. Emerson was good. Alvarez struggled to try and make an impact, but then again, he was compensating for the bad defence. One player who actually did impress me as the game went on was Kurt Zouma. He took the ball forward a lot more, and that was good to see. He started carrying the ball into opposition midfield a lot more, running with it. think we just needed to make some changes before that half happened, and lo and behold, Moyes did it. He did the right thing here. He put on Mikel Antonio and Ben Johnson in place of Thomas Souček and Vladimir Sofal. The checkmates were sacrificed in favour of a striker and Ben Johnson, who was going to go into a false kind of midfielder role, but also doing his right-back duties as well. It seemed, though, we were going to shift everything up. Was Paquetá going to go more central and not play out on the wing? Did it mean that Bowen was going to go out on the wing and Kudus as well? I think so. That's the general idea when that happens. Bowen was shoved over within the first 5 minutes of the second half, and he went down clutching his side. He was in quite a bit of pain. He did get back to his feet, but then he signalled to the bench. He had to go off, and Aaron Cresswell had to come on. At that point, you're just thinking, we're really, really not going for it if Aaron Cresswell's coming on. And you had to question David Moyes when he made that substitution. Emerson did put the ball in the net from a header, but I don't understand what the hell went wrong here. I might have talked about an offside earlier. That might have just been my mind not thinking clearly. This was a VAR incident that needed to be discussed in this video. Emerson had this goal disallowed because he was judged to have fouled a Wolves player in the build-up by stomping his foot down on the player, kind of, while he was jumping up to head the ball. I think the player went down quite dramatically, and it really wasn't enough contact for it to be a genuinely intentional foul. So the goal wasn't given. And that would have been a shame, because I think Emerson's really worthy of goals. If he gets into the right places at the right times, he can put it in the net. So damn soft for me, it wasn't a foul. And even some of the people I was talking to in this West Ham group chat were saying it wasn't a foul. But favour did go our way. It did go our way. And this was what I like to see. Max Kilman handballed in the box. Very obvious this. VAR had to look at it for like 10 seconds, but then realised, oh yeah, he did actually stick his hand out and it smacked his hand. And it was penalty to West Ham. Ward-Prowse and Paquetá discussed who would take it, and the Brazilian was the one who stepped up. He took it and he scored. And from that point onwards, West Ham were tying the game up and starting to go at it a little bit more. Kudus had a great chance where he went into a one-on-one position, and then the defender got in front of him and cleared it away. He, again, in a game of fine margins, had to take that a little bit sooner to get that into the net. Ben Johnson actually started to have quite a big impact in this game because he was excellent when he came on. 19 out of 25 passes completed for a 76% pass completion rate, and he even had a shot on target, which I'm going to talk about right now. First time shot, which was saved by Jose Sarr. He was wanting to make things happen. West Ham made it 2-1, and an Olympico-style goal. A corner is given away quite cheaply. James Ward-Prowse takes it, and he goes straight into the net. It was quite windy, apparently, on the day, and sun was out, but that might have helped it go into the net. And West Ham got the lead in the game. Albeit these goals came out of powerful others interfering and a little bit of fate, but hey-ho, 2-1. We had 10 minutes of stoppage time to make up for injuries in VAR reviews. And in this time, it was just like, my heart was nearly stopping. It wasn't good for my blood pressure. West Ham does this to me once in a while. The blood pressure was soaring up because of this. Wolves got a corner in the 90 plus 9th minute, which was headed in by Max Kilman. Fabianski doesn't move, and I'm going, God's sake, what's he doing? What is he doing? But wait. It's VAR'd. It was determined that a Wolves player had obstructed Fabianski's view and that he could not get over in time to make the save. It wasn't fair on the Polish goalkeeper. So as a result, the referee drew like that. You know what's going to happen usually, and he went like that. No goal. Foul. A shame, really, for Wolves. But for West Ham, it's a win that gets us level on points with Manchester United, and I think we're now 6 points clear of Wolves. We had to win this game to get some breathing space from them because they've got games in hand, and a lot of teams around us have got games in hand. So getting that win was all the more important, and I'm glad we got it in the end because it was the strangest of circumstances to win that. Now we've got to prepare for Bayern Leverkusen and hopefully get a good result there. Well, I say hopefully, it's going to be a massive task, but then again, we're a massive club.